Is Vanguard at the breaking point? Now, I'm going to share with you an article by my man Alan Roth that he talks about. Actually, the headline is, Are Vanguard's IT systems at the breaking point? I actually think there's more to the story than what Alan's talked about here. So I am concerned about Vanguard's customer service. I am. I think I just literally got the horn with a couple that I recommended go to Vanguard for Wellesley and Wellington, and they're having second thoughts because they're like, the customer service isn't great. It's just not. And I think this is endemic. Is that the word, endemic? Yeah, that's in Vanguard. It got too big, didn't spend enough on their IT systems, and frankly, probably aren't spending enough on employees, to be perfectly honest with you. So you're wondering, who's getting all that money? And don't forget, this is not the Vanguard of John Bogle and even Jack Brennan. This is a new Vanguard, the cool kid Vanguard. We're going to have an ETF for everything. You're going to have an ETF for how many times you go to the bathroom. You're going to have an ETF for how many times your dogs bark. This is not the Bogle way. It's not an indictment on Vanguard. They're still my preference. But I have my stuff at Schwab. Now, the problem with having it at Schwab is that unless it's an ETF, and the Wellington Fund and the Wellesley are not ETFs, it's tough to get at Schwab because you're going to have to pay a transaction fee every time you buy and sell. And that freaking sucks, dudes. All right, so let's read what my man Alan has written about here. Are Vanguard's IT systems at the breaking point? A man says he's a Vanguard loyalist, 100%. He credits Vanguard and John Bogle for changing his life and giving him his financial independence. But he's increasingly worried about the reliability of the firm. Right now, I'm sounding a red alert with the Vanguard iPhone app. It recently showed my wife and I have nearly 13.5 million in 5 different brokerage CDs, which is off by roughly 10,000%. He says, I bet you'll know which direction. So here's Alan. Alan's worth $13 million. He's got a GE Capital REIT of $7.805 million. I don't consider being off by 10,000% and over by 13.3 million in one account a minor area, so I immediately informed Vanguard. I sent an image to 3 different people, and it took 2 weeks to correct. I'm not the only first to express such a concern. Someone from the Philadelphia Inquirer stated the following: Vanguard has a ton of legacy computer systems. I've had a lot of reader complaints of account values being wrong. That's really serious. Yeah, I completely agree. Vanguard says it doesn't have the money that Fidelity, Schwab, and Robinhood have to upgrade. I'm not so sure about that. Let's see. This person recently wrote about Vanguard clients taking to social media over customer mishaps. Many complaints can be found in Bogleheads. Yeah, but Bogleheads is a bunch of whiners anyway, generally speaking. Sorry to say that, but they whine very. Someone had posted something about my video. It was just a bunch of whiners. Like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, all right, whatever. And I got banned. That's what it was. I got banned from Bogleheads. I couldn't believe it. I said, I didn't even post anything. They can ban me, man. That's weird. It's like, whatever, man. All right. So for those of you who are taking this too seriously, I don't follow Bogle. I mean, I don't pay any mind to it. I listen to Rick Ferrari, whatever the guy's name is, on podcasts on occasion from Bogle. I got no qualm with Bogle. So I'm being a little bit off the cuff there when I said it's a bunch of whiners. There are lots of good people posting lots of good stuff at Bogle. So don't get so stick too far up your rear end. Relax. Life's too short to drink cheap wine. But Josh, you don't even drink. So what do you drink? What do I drink? If life is too short to drink cheap wine, I drink my non-fluoride water. Got a clearly filtered filtering system. I gotta get a reverse osmosis because I don't want fluoride in my water because we know fluoride ain't good. All the crap they put on fluoride is bad, dude. Trust me on that. All right, so let's keep going. My original hypothesis was that Vanguard's legacy systems made it more vulnerable to cyber security, but that's not necessarily possible because a lot of the hackers don't know the old legacy systems. In short, let's see. But the bad thing is that it may be hard to overcome the IT systems issues. I suspect most of the overload resulting in long client telephone hold times is due to web and mobile issues. It might well be. Long hold times are the system, while systems are the problem. Maybe. I'm not so sure their staff. When I was at Vanguard, we had this running queue up there. And again, this is the late 90s, so just FYI. And it showed you how many people were in queue. It'd be like sometimes like 100, 150. You see, it's just like a ticker thing. It said Q, average hold time, Q. The managers would get nervous because their whole basis was on the quality of your conversation, was on how quick you're getting people off the queue. It's crazy. And so if you had a long conversation, long more than 15 minutes, you got dinged. It was nuts. And I don't know if it's still like that, but I'll never forget, like just yesterday, look at the queue, like, oh. So if you had to go take a, freaking smoke break, whatever, if there's a queue up there, your manager said, what are you doing? We got a queue. And I mean, you're like, yeah, they didn't care. They just wanted you off the queue. Ironically, they threw stupid stuff. You literally had to say each call. You're like, I had to say, just FYI, the Vanguard Index Fund charges you, was it, I don't know, like $1.25 per quarter. I can't remember, but you had to say these stupid things every single call. You had to say the index fund charges you $1.25 per quarter, and if you didn't say it, you got dinged. The whole thing was stupid, man. It had nothing to do with customer service. And look, it's not just Vanguard. It's like that USA. USA used to ding people if you didn't say their name more than 5 or 6 times in a call. And I remember talking to one of my first calls at USA when I was down there. I brought 800,000 in. Call went for 45 minutes. I got dinged. I said, I literally couldn't believe I got dinged. I said, why? I said, because the call went too long. I said, I just brought in $800,000. Doesn't matter. The call went too long. Freaking stupid. That's the thing. The call center mentality isn't what you and I would expect in the customer service. The call center mentality is clear the queue. However it takes, clear the queue. It's just that simple. Wait times are bad. Even if it means you're freaking not doing, even if you're not doing good in terms of customer service, wait times are the enemy. All right, so in short, fixing the IT system, Alan goes on to say, would result in fewer calls? Maybe. Better service? Maybe. And even lower costs since customer service reps are expensive. Vanguard's spokesman responded to my concern, blah, blah, blah. Though I give Vanguard a lot of credit for admitting there is a problem, it has done so for years, and I see them falling further and further behind competitors. I think systems need a higher priority. While I'm not moving my account from Vanguard, I'm seeing some of my clients decide to do so. After all, clients can get the best of both worlds by buying Vanguard ETFs at firms like Fidelity and Schwab, getting both better service and ultra-low-cost Vanguard index funds. Yep. However, one must always be careful to realize that these for-profit companies, all right, now Schwab is traded publicly, Fidelity is not, it's owned by the Johnson family. I don't know anything about Robinhood, don't care. These for-profit companies are using it as a way to acquire assets and sell more expensive products and services. 100%, I agree with that. I'm happy to see that Vanguard took back the $13.3 million in CDs that didn't belong to me. I'd be even happier if it fixes systems outright. Yeah, I agree 100%. Is there, I guess there's no comments. So just on a side note, when I was at USA and I left USA and I got dinged on my U4 because USA screwed up this guy's account, but because I was the account that was assigned to it, I got dinged. And the whole thing is not. This is why the industry is so freaking corrupt, man. I got dinged on it. My U4 suffered. I didn't do anything. Literally, I was completely innocent of this, but because my name was assigned to this guy's account and USA screwed up, had literally nothing to do with me. To this day, I'm still pissed. Anyway, long story short, so I requested. I said, I was thinking about fighting it with FINRA because this is nuts. It has nothing to do with me. And I requested USA send me the CD because they're supposed to keep a catalog of all the emails sent back and forth because I literally had nothing. To this day, I will hold USA in contempt for allowing this to happen because it was insane and really it hurt me. It hurt me. My ability to get a career in financial services could still be suspect because I have a ding on my U4, which had nothing to do with me. Anyway. And I've shared this with you guys 1,000 times, so this isn't new. Anyway, long story short, they sent me a CD of all the emails. You know what was on that CD? Life insurance cases, social security numbers of other people. And there was a life insurance case of someone who died in Denver, and his girlfriend was in Seattle, was suing USA for the life insurance proceeds, but his parents, this guy's parents, were defending. I got this whole CD. I got to read this whole thing about this life insurance thing. I was like, I just want my emails. I'm going through. I said, what the hell is this? And so some lady was suing. So some guy died in Denver. His girlfriend lived in Seattle, and I guess he had left the beneficiaries, or maybe it was even his wife. I can't remember. He had left the beneficiaries as his mom and dad in Denver or something like that. And so she was suing USA to get the life insurance proceeds as a spouse. I can't remember. And I see the whole thing. I see all these people. Then there's something else that happened too with and there's like 3 or 4 cases from USA. They sent me the certificate of deposit. Certificate of deposit. So certificate, the CD-ROM of cases they were being sued on for life insurance proceeds with the names of the people, the lawsuits, what was happening, the Social Security, the whole thing. I was like, this is freaking insanity, man. And that's my concern with these big firms. I'm not going to lie to you. And look, at the end of the day, every firm goes through big firms. Schwab, Fidelity, I think now owns TD Ameritrade. Schwab, Pershing. There's like big 3. All these clearinghouses are big 3. Even USA used Pershing, and then I forgot where they went. National Financial, which is Fidelity too. But anyway, what I'm saying is, all these firms clear through it's like a complete monopoly. And thus, if your information, if you think, well, I'm going to go to a local firm, a local Ed Jones, my local Joe Schmo firm, they're all going through the same thing. And it is what it is, man. So no one knows your money better than you. So just keep track of it. But anyway, at the end of the day, Schwab has the money to make their systems upgraded and make it a better platform. That's why I'm at Schwab. It's just better. Which sucks because I like Wellington, and I own Wellington now at Schwab. I paid $45 to buy it, and I'll pay $45 if I sell it, I presume. But I'd rather have it at Schwab because the platform's better. Just that simple. Yeah, love to hear your thoughts. We'll see ya.